Self-care in the time of COVID definitely is going to look different. And actually, that is a very challenging thing to think about. I'm not sure how self-care is going to look. So I have to really think this through because this is very an unprecedented time in history. Colleges will not look the same. Even though many students are going back, I've heard of dining hall regulations, events be canceled. Some people are not going to live in the dorms or choose not to do that and do online learning, which I've heard is an option for some of the colleges, even if you're going to go in person. And guess what? You're going to have to wear masks every time you're in class and everywhere else. And the instructors are going to wear masks. So I think the first one is accepting the fact that it will look different. An acceptance of, I always talk about this with anxiety. I believe your stress level will go up because this is looking very different. And who knew that mask would be part of your daily wardrobe? And I think one of the things with wearing masks is if you can choose fact over, not fiction, but just focus on the fact, which is it is important to wear a mask for health reasons to stop the spread of COVID-19 and put that on. And then the other fact would be, yes, it's uncomfortable. And yes, you may have trouble breathing in it and I know that it can feel claustrophobic, but I do also believe this, the more you do it, wearing the mask, and I'm gonna bring that up first because I think everyone struggles with thinking that they have to wear a mask for hours. And I think if you can accept that that will be the case, I'm assuming you'd rather be healthy than and take a little bit of that uncomfortableness physically wearing the mask, knowing that your peace of mind is you're doing the best you can to stop the spread. But I also want to be clear, why don't you practice? This is funny, but we could practice. This is a form of self-care, by the way. It's unconventional. Why not practice at home? Wearing your mask a little longer than you would. Right now we're wearing it, like I'm just wearing it when I go out and when I have to, right? But when I'm at home, I take it off. But perhaps before some of the college kids, before you go back to school, you practice wearing a mask like you would prep for an exam. And you put that on and maybe you get on a Zoom call with your fellow peers. And yes, it might look funny. Maybe you'll take some pictures. That's fine. But I think that would be a great way of preparing yourself for going back into college in person. And this way you have some experience wearing, well, I don't know how long our class is, hours at a time, but in between, I'm assuming when you go outside, you could take it off. So no, you'll have some reprieve to take off the mask, but I think it'd be great to practice it. And that's an unconventional way of self-care, but a great way to get used to the feeling. And then also, here's the other thing, find the masks that work for you. Like I know there's pretty cloth ones. I'll be honest, the surgical ones, they're a little lighter. So I actually prefer the non-surgical, those surgical masks. I do like them. They're thinner and they are protective and doctors do recommend them. I prefer them over some of my cloth masks. So I just tend to invest in some of the disposable masks because it's just easier for me, while some other people I know love their cloth masks. That's another thing. Make it part of your wardrobe, and that is the reality, period. And then the other thing with self-care is figuring out what it looks like in place of those canceled live events or in-person events. Understand, I always like talking about this grief. You will grieve them. It's pretty sad you won't have them this year or this fall. However, we do have online platforms. So I have seen dance parties online. Okay, you can actually be sillier in front of the camera, nobody's around you. And then, or you can have some close friends and that's good. But you could have, and then I've seen yoga stuff online or physical things online. I've actually attended musical concerts online. So I wanna say there's definitely things you can do. So instead of focusing on the things you can't do, which will definitely stress us all out, look at the things that we can do to create our own events that will, again, look unconventional, but this is our new reality. That's what I would suggest. And that, I would start there. And so mask 101, practice wearing them at home.